Alright folks, this is cool. I'm gonna run through the fire cave real quick to see, let you guys see what it's like to go through that. Those of you who have not done the fire cave yet, it is really not a tough place. It's actually fairly simple. As of February, which day, the 20th, these tactics still work, but I'm pretty sure the devs are actually gonna do something to eliminate the way the boss is currently being killed in the solo format. So right now, I think I need to give myself a little bit of. Damn. Gotta go over here somewhere. Lay down. Give me some brain juice a little bit before I run in here. Real quick, before we get going, there's a couple different sets of gear you can actually use for the fire cave. But one of them I will highly recommend over the other. One set is the Iceman set that you can actually get from the vendors in town. Me personally, I have all blue except the helm. I mean, and that's mainly because of the fact that I haven't seen an Icewind helm being sold at the vendor in town. Probably a glitch. Devs need to fix that, but who knows if that'll happen. So real quick, we're talking about gear. I actually have, let's see, I'm gonna put these in my bag so you can see. Here again, I already have some pieces from the Icewind set on. So if I put these other ones on, I'll have a pair of gloves. And let's see, the hood. So looking at this real quick, this is mostly blue and of course a craftable hood of the Icewind set. Like I said, you can grab all the Icewind pieces from the vendor and then craft you a hood, but you're only going to end up with around 1500 heat resist. You really want to have about 2000 so that you don't have to supplement. That means so you won't burn up. And to do that, you want to probably get Lotus Tea. You'll supplement with Lotus Tea and of course Cooling Rune. And that's going to give you a little bit of extra heat resist. Pop some Lotus Tea. I think I already had some on. Yeah, I already had some on. So it puts me about, still at 15 something. Let's pop a Cooling Rune. Cooling Rune 2, and that puts me at 19 something. That puts me just below that point where I'm going to be up. So I was sitting at the pools of healing. I'm going to fly over here. Keep my eyes peeled for any meteors. The really annoying one that drops up here. Off to the right. It is not up here, so I won't have any dark wind elementals up here trying to beat the crap out of my mount while I'm in here messing around. You'll notice the temperature down the bottom right starts to go up as I approach the cave. And here again, right now I have on the Icewind set. Now I prefer the Frostbound set that you can get from the Frost Cave or Ice Cave. You get those off Bytorg and a couple of the other, I guess the Yetis. So I recommend that due to the fact that you don't have to actually supplement for heat resistance if you wear that set. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to that set. Partially because it looks cool, and even with all the other stuff that I have on, meaning Cooling Rune and other stuff, I'm at 2600 heat resist, which you see it's a huge jump over having on the Icewind. Now some people will say, well, you only need this and you only need that. Get yourself out of the frame of mind that you only need it. Just overdo it so you don't have to worry about possibly dying because you didn't supplement. A couple other things you're going to need. As you can see on my bar down here, I've actually got healing, what is it, Rune of Restoration 2. I've got some cured meat. Now, the reason why I recommend going into the Frost Cave and getting yourself a few things before you actually come down here is because there's Frost Blade. And you'll see what I do with that later on when it comes to beating down the boss and a few other things. And the other thing you're really going to need is probably just a nice bow with some of the arrows being stone hook arrows. I won't be using any of the other ones. These are just when I go to the Frost Cave. But food you'll need, like I said, lotus tea. You really won't be using the vanilla because vanilla actually does something else. So you just need to use some lotus tea. And of course you're going to be using some focusing potion. I don't really use a lot of that, but you may need it. The thing you're going to be looking out for in here is going to be these little guys knocking you upside the head by spitting fire on you. That is the most dangerous part about this particular instance. Another thing you'll be using is a shield, and of course that's something I'll show you when we get to the boss. I need to check something real quick. Gear wise, I'm gonna keep these with me. Oh crap, it's gonna put me over. You know what? I need to drop something. Gotta make sure I can run in here. So, shield. Sword and board is actually the easiest way to kill the boss in here, and I'll show you that. Show you why it's also a good thing to have if you're doing a group, because you can block his AoE attack, which will basically allow you to stay alive a little bit longer. Now, if you're doing a group, you're also going to want to have this little buddy, Divine Blessing Staff Head, because you can toss heals on each other. For solo play, not so much, but for team play, yes. Of course, you'll need your staff so you can toss heals on each other. And just like I said, you're really going to be using a shield when you get down there. In this case, we've got lightstone shields, and you can get the shields from the centaur bosses on the other side of the map over near the human city. So kill the bosses, get yourself a good shield. I actually have lightstone, and let me see if this sucker is in here, and I don't see it. No, I don't even see it. I actually have a thorn shield, epic thorn shield. Takes a lot to fix that thing. Thought I had it on me, but I guess I don't. It's probably back at base. But nonetheless, two things I have is Frost Sword, which is just a regular drop, didn't even have to craft it, and a shield that we'll be running around in here with. So when you go into the fire cave, the first thing you are going to see is going to be some goblins. They need to fix them because they don't do anything. They just sit gaining the party buff, and they giggle and laugh at you, which is a trip. See, they'll drop some stuff, and they drop some tea for you. So even if you don't make it, you can get this stuff off of them initially. So you'll have your lotus tea, so you can go ahead and hook yourself up. You get some cooling rune 1, which kind of suck. So knock these little guys out. First time you come in here, you're gonna see a few frost worms. Am I moving? What the hell? Gotta run some more shields. Okay, that sucks. let's just take a run of gravity, so I'm not worried about that. Alright. When you enter this area, you're going to probably see a few fireworms. None here. Run around this little corner right here. If you want to, you can just jump over here. The artificer is going to spit out some dudes. You can farm these guys for coal if you need coal to lift yourself up and craft you some diamonds when we get down to the bottom. As you can see, there's 5. Now, this guy's going to constantly spit these dudes out. He spits them out. Just dodge and kill. Loot them. I'm not going to mess around here too long, but as you can see, he's still spitting them out. And as you can see, I just got hit with that fire, which is totally burning the crap out of me. Okay, where'd he go? He bounced into the lava. That totally sucks. Now, you can actually sit here as long as you want to and farm these guys. Okay. I don't know where they went. I'm gonna go ahead and beat this fool down. Let's take all. Gonna drop a few things in here. See, what do I need to make that? Ooh, got it already. So I'm gonna make me 3 diamonds while I'm down there. Now, there are a few areas where you can actually take shortcuts for speed runs. If you look over this ledge right here, you see way down there, there's the bottom ledge. You can actually jump all the way off here and not die. So hopefully the devs watching this won't wind up making it so you die, which would really be completely lame. But if you want to do speed runs, you can just skip that dude up here, jump straight down here, and run right into the boss. Go and kill him. But for this particular purposes, we're going to run down here. Artificer's already got some dudes out for me to kill. I aggro them. I get hit. Let's blast one. Let's blast another one. Loot them. And as you can see, I have enough fire resistance that I'm not really taking... I'm not having to worry about anything. It's actually gone down, so what did I lose? What did I lose? Looks like I lost my cooling ring, but that's the... You're going to need to get to that 2,000 mark as far as heat resistance. As you can see, my health does go down quite a bit, so that's the one thing about this place. You will get your butt handed to you as far as getting hit by fire. Now, you can actually block fire attacks with the shield. Damn, where the hell did that guy go? I have no idea what's happening with them guys. Get in the lava, burn yourself. Anyway, gonna move on. Usually I will leave one of these guys up and come back and kill him later, like that dude, because I'll sit and farm him for some coal. But we're gonna keep running, and we're running, and we're running, and we're running. Another way shortcut is to jump down directly right here. So you jump from here, just get a running start, jump, you'll drop on that ledge. I'm gonna run around the corner so you guys can see where you're really actually gonna go, just in case the devs make it so you can't do that. Get a few more goblins, some giggling going on, some Ashen Fist clan. I usually come around here and kill up these dudes, pick up whatever they're carrying. Freebies. Keep an eye on my carry weight. Now this is where you'll actually have to go. You want to jump directly over there and then jump to this ledge, and then you can pretty much take off running, and you can run all the way over to the end. Just make sure you just run straight through, and you'll actually go all the way to the end. If you fall in the lava, you just jump and hop, skip until you get on that ledge over there. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to go back and then jump down, so you can see a little shortcut. So we just skipped the area where you can actually, where you jump down, where you got to do the hop, skip, Cubert kind of thing. Whoa, what was that? Somebody tried to jack me. He's probably stuck somewhere inside a wall, maybe in the floor, because sometimes they're stuck in the floor. Start getting close to the boss. Let's get our shield out. Healing room. Pop some meat. You can see the boss flying back and forth. Now what I'm about to show you in the boss is actually kind of lame, but it is what it is. As you can see, heal up. Boss is gonna come chasing me. Hello. Come on, big boy. Come get some of this. And he's going to chase me down here. Run up under. And look, we got ourselves a fireworm. Just kind of hit him. Fireworm can't move that fast because you got the frost shield, frost sword, and you just jack him up. Now, if you don't have it, you can also switch back to your big bad two-hander and really jack him up. Loot him. Here come the big bad boss. Let's run. Man, come on. Freaking stupid dude, you're in my way. Got time for this mess. Come on, bossy, bossy. Come back down. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You don't really need a lot of hook arrows to hook him. Let's see, he'll pull himself. These are just regular stone hook arrows. And when his little shield goes down, we'll switch back to our sword and board, run up to him, block so he don't kill you. You want to be sure to block most of his attacks, actually all of them that you possibly can, so that he doesn't take too much of your HP off. See, I'm not doing a lot of damage because you don't have to. Even if you don't have a frost blade, you can actually just use a regular one-hander. Blocking time. That sucks. So I block that one. Epic blade so I can get more damage. Create one texture. Mark his attacks. Now, if you're duoing him, it's a good thing if you're standing in the back or away from him to also have the sword, because you can block his AoE attack. Then, of course, you can toss a heal or two on your tank, or both of you can get up here and blast at him, block when you need to. Get too far under him and he will swing, swing, swing. And down goes the boss. Let's see what he has on it. All trash in my opinion, but whatever. So we'll take it and craft ourselves a couple of diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, but I need them because I want to make some. Can make myself some diamonds. So one thing to note also is that the bosses spawn every 6 hours, so it's good to get yourself a timer. We kill roughly 6 a.m. so that 6 hours later we can jack them up. Noon, 6 hours later, 6 p.m. we jack them up. 6 hours later, midnight, we jack them up. If someone's online, that's pretty much round the clock work way we actually kill the bosses. We will kill the frost boss and then teleport down here, since we had enough runes for the fire cave. So you could probably employ that same tactic to where you can just, if your base is close to the fire cave, you can you can start the fire cave and then teleport up to the frost cave and then teleport back down and hop on your mount back outside here and go home. Just depends on how you do it. And that is pretty much all you have to do for the fire cave. Once again, as of February the 20th, this is about the simplest way you can do it. So, good night and good luck.